Starting with Heady 1 or K-Trap? Yes, people, welcome back to another episode of The Block Report, hosted by your boy, your man, your king, Flashy Silla. Now, you lot already know what I want. When I bring man onto my bench, onto my block, it's man that I respect highly. And this time round, it's someone that's very close to home, do you know what I mean? From Tottenham, South Tottenham specifically, N15. I got my boy, Avelino. Bow. Right, Avelino, what you say, my bro?
We're here, man. We're here. What's going on, man?
Good, man. How you doing, man?
Bro, I'm good, man. I appreciate you having me, you know what I mean? It's a good day, you know what I mean? Good to be here. And, you know what I mean? I'm looking forward to rapping, man.
Always, man. Always, man. All right, cool. So let's get straight into it, yeah? Your debut album, God Save the Streets.
Yeah, bro.
All right, cool. So I'm going to save that bit for later on in the interview, but let's address some things beforehand, innit? So I want to talk about Tottenham, yeah? So let's start there. Let's start at home. So, of course, for the people that don't even know, Tottenham is split into N17 and N15, right? Yeah. And obviously in N17 they've got Heady 1, Skepta, Abracadabra, etc., etc. This side we've got Retri 2, we've got yourself, we've got Chip, do you know what I mean, and etc. Now I've always wanted to ask you this question, yeah? Do you feel like N17 has always overshadowed N15? Because the stars, like the big superstars in the ends, come from N17.
Rich is a big superstar.
Yeah. When people mention Tottenham, they think
Chip is a big superstar.
Exactly.
What, Chip?
But then they think Heady 1. Outside of Tottenham, they think OFE. They think Heady 1. They think Abracadabra. They think Skepta.
Yeah, maybe in more recent times. I don't know. You know, I never thought of it that way. You get me? Because I just see it as one thing. You know what I mean?
Right. All right, cool. So, what do you think it is about Tottenham specifically why we always birth superstars? Because there are other areas like the Brixtons, the Hackneys and whatnot that are similar to us, but why is it Tottenham specifically why superstars come from here?
Do you know what? Like for myself, I can only say it's hard to describe, you know what I mean? But I'll obviously say, because the man that's older than us, or people, I think people like, for example, Chip. We was all mad young when Chip done a madness. Yeah. You know what I mean? Touring the country, gold or whatever, America, album, #1. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's one thing seeing someone have success, but when you see someone down the road or that you know, etc., have success, it does something else for you. Yeah. You know what I mean? It gives you a different level of belief. You know what I mean? So I think maybe, I can't speak for everyone, but maybe people like that is a part of it. You get me? A big part of it. Yeah. I think us seeing like superstar talent come from the end. Exactly.
It gives us more drive.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's a sort of competitiveness.
Yeah, so then the birth of that is just bare, sick artists and boom, boom, boom. And I'm sure around Chippy's time, you get me? Around Chippy's time, him doing what he was doing, even though Skeppy and all of them was already doing what they was doing, it's kind of like, yo, you know what I mean? Battery in their 100%. Back and everyone, you know what I mean? So it's like... Yeah.
And I feel like as well, like, you know, in the ends, it's like, even outside of music and whatnot, if a man is getting money, you feel like you have to reach that certain level or you're going to get left behind or whatnot. Do you know what I mean? It's like with music as well, when there's a group of rappers or whatnot and you want to step into that field of rapping, you got to match that level or you're not cutting it.
Especially when it's local.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Especially when it's local. It's one thing a rapper from across the pond or south or west or whatever, but when it's in your ends, it's like, yo, this stuff's real, like, it can happen this, you know what I mean? Right. So like, for example, on a personal level, like, you're in the yard and you hear your older siblings listening to American rap and Nas and Pac and etc. That's cool, and it might be Biggie and all that. It might be inspiring and that's cool. That's to make bars and stuff. Right. But then when you're watching 21 Seconds or Kano's doing music, and then Rich 3-2's down the road and boom, 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 that's when it's like, yo, actually wait, English accents. We can actually, you know, there's
do this
people, that man can relate to. That are doing this thing, and that gives you a different type of battery in your back. So I feel like we should be reaching that kind of superstar level.
It made it feel like it's possible.
Yeah,
that's
for
very
everyone,
attainable.
Yeah, especially 100%. For the locals. So maybe
Yeah.
he's got a big part to play. I would say
Still keeping it at home.
Yeah.
Your heritage, Congo.
Yeah, Congo. Yeah, 100%.
Okay, and obviously I've caught you slipping in Deluxe Man enough times.
Yeah, that's my place still. Yeah, 100%.
So what? Are you a part owner of Deluxe?
Yeah, so I don't really do much. My cousins, my 3 cousins.
I can't lie, I feel like you do a lot. Like, I've seen you serving food and that, but I don't know that you're Avelino, bro. You're here giving man a plate of taba.
You know what it is, I just want to be resourceful and helpful because obviously my cousins, G, Dech and Ben, they're always in there, they're doing it. So when I get the chance to, you know what I mean, I want to pop in and kind of do my bit as well, be underground and just connect with people on that level. But yeah, Deluxe Man, it's a beautiful thing, it's family business, you know what I mean? And yeah, it's just a beautiful thing to see and be a part of. I think like just from the beginning of it being a conversation to seeing it now, just seeing it now and just how everything's going, and it's almost like a staple in the community, you get me? So yeah, bro, come on, man.
People come from all over,
What's your favorite dish in there?
Taba, bro.
Hey, you see?
Bro,
I'm saying my business not rating the taba, bro.
You're not rating the taba, bro.
You see?
Yeah, you're Caribbean, bro, man.
Nah.
You know that, man. So, I want to start at the music scene.
Yeah.
Do you think rap music as a whole has lost its essence for lyricism? Because you've seen it transition.
Rap as a whole. Yeah, I think obviously, in a way, yeah, but I don't really see it completely as a bad thing because things change and things move, innit? So,
right.
But like, obviously, maybe there was a time when you had to be barring to be rated.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You had to be, you know what I mean? Like, maybe them man there, that obviously it's not my generation, but maybe when they're going to radio sets and boom, you have to be cold.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? To cut through and like, bro, man, when you heard these bars, it was all about the bars and who's cold and the pen and their pen, etc., etc. It might not be so much that now in terms of what is required to cut through.
Right.
And it's not necessarily a good or bad thing because there's some artists that I don't.
No, don't give me the safe option, Av, though.
No, it's not. It's true.
Because,
it's true because my 2 favorite rappers ever are Jay-Z and Future. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So that's me through and through. You get what I mean? So I don't need Future to.
They're polar opposites as well.
Exactly. Those are my favorite rappers. You know
Right.
So I'm literally being genuine when I say that. You know what I mean? Because I don't need to hear J Hus on a set.
Right.
I just need to hear bangers. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Facts.
And he's wicked at that. You get me? So it just. I don't think there's good or bad. It's just, you know what I mean?
You know what you're going to certain people to listen to specifically, innit?
And
if man's listening to Nas, I know I'm going there for knowledge.
Exactly.
If I'm going to Jay, I know I'm going for swagger, but I'm still getting bars.
Exactly, and everyone can exist in the same thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah. When it comes to people listing their top tier lyricists in the country, do you believe you get overlooked? On an honest thing, do you think you get overlooked?
I don't know, I don't think so. I don't think so.
Because I'll tell you, because obviously when I'm doing the content thing or whatnot, I'm asking around and stuff. Your name does come up, but it's always the Daves, the blah blah, Little Sims and whatnot. But then when people really think about it, or when someone says, oh, Avelino, they're like, oh shit. Do you know what I mean? That's why I feel like sometimes you may get overlooked, but do you feel like you?
But then, not really, because then I feel like what you just done there was, what just happened there was you named 2 artists that have a more massive audience than myself. So they just came to mind sooner. So if they gone Dave, Little Sims, and then you've mentioned man, and then they're like, oh yeah, but so then I'm cool with that. That makes sense to me.
Yeah.
That makes sense to me. You know what I mean? That's logical.
No, that makes sense.
You know what I mean?
Makes
so I don't really. I'm cool. That you feel me?
Yeah.
I think that makes sense because obviously the artist has got to be. They'll come to your mind more quickly, for more people.
Naturally.
But if you heard man, and then you still go. Then I'm just like, okay. I need to know what you're listening to. It must be some Vanilla Ice in that playlist. You know what I mean?
Whip out your Spotify.
You get what I'm trying to say? Yeah.
No,
100%.
facts.
So yeah.
Facts. All right, cool. So let's get into the music now, yeah?
Let's get into the music. Geez.
God Save the Streets.
God Save the Streets, my guy.
Your debut album. It's been a long time coming.
Yeah, definitely. Very much, 100%.
And I've listened to it. And it also serves as a concept album too.
Yeah.
So what I've gathered from it, from first listen, I've only listened to it once, is that obviously it's a play on word on God Save the Queen, innit? And when I'm listening to it, it's like it sounds like a balance between the street life and money. and how the two can come together and just explode, innit? So I want to ask you, the creator of the album, what's the concept behind it? Like, what's the actual concept behind it?
So I'll tell you a little story how I got the title. So I see there's a group back in the day in the 70s called the Sex Pistols. I see their artwork, God Save the Queen, and it's got the Queen's face and boom, 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 and they're like a punk group, like they're like a fuck the government, boom, boom at the time. And I just thought, I saw it and I was like, God Save the Streets, you know what I mean? Because God Save the Queen don't mean that to us. You know what I mean? Let me make something that everyone understands or recognizes, God Save the Queen, and flip it to something that we can relate to, that matters to us, you know what I mean? And I look outside in the environment that I grew up in, and it doesn't make me happy, the vicious cycle that most of us fall accustomed to, dying, going in jail, etc., etc. And the thing is, it's like, I don't like preacher man music.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
yes.
You know what I mean? I don't like that, you know what I mean? But I like music with a message though, you know what I mean? And so, really man's message on the whole is that, look, yes, we come from the struggle, yes, we come from poverty, yes, we come from hardship, yes, we come from challenge, yes, we come from all the, yes, we do, but that's not a reason why you're hard done by. That's not the reason why the world's against us. It's actually a reason why we're actually lucky, because actually you're equipped in a way that someone that ain't from where you're from ain't equipped. I mean, the resilience, the character, your experiences, you get what I'm trying to say? It's like when a trapper transfers their skills into other areas of life, they just fucking go and
they don't know, but they've had the business mindset already.
You feel me? So that's in essence, that's what God Save the Streets is. God Save the Streets is, look, where we're from ain't a disadvantage. Life ain't happening against us or to us, it's happening for us, you know what I mean? And the thing I don't like, is when, you know, man turn their life around or whatever, and then they do this whole, they come back to the youth, them and I'll put the weapon down, It's just like, okay, you're so perfect now, you think you're losing the relationship you have with where these men are at, you know what I mean? And what the actual situation or the issue is our mindset, our mentality. So it's no good telling the youth, put the weapons down. Where he's at in his head, in his mind, brother, you might not can go shop. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So you're actually telling him to endanger himself by telling him, put the knife and put the weapons down. Of course we want man to live a different life and go a different way.
It's so easy to say that.
Yeah, it's so easy to say. It's so easy to say. It's stupid to say. It's like you could remember yourself, remember where you're from, remember where your head was at in one place at a time. So there's no point of doing that. Actually, what's better to do is appeal to the youth's mindset. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Because if you do that, then eventually the decisions that they're going to make for themselves, and when they realize that they don't have to fall accustomed to the same shit that most of us end up, you know, which is dying or going in jail in and out for the rest of our life, when they realize that actually the decisions they're making, eventually there's going to be no weapons or because they're going to realize they actually can contribute to the world and do something with themselves, constructive, boom, boom, boom. You get me? So that's better rather than, put the night, what are you talking about?
I'll be real, when man, like, it's not even long ago, bro, when I was about 18, 19, doing just knucklehead stuff in the ends, like, you know what I mean, troubling just people on road and whatnot. And then you'll have elders that are like 30, 35, 40, just coming to us saying, stop this, doing it. You should come off, do it.
How?
It used to piss us off because it's like, it's so easy to say that.
It's easy to say.
We used to think in our head, shut up, man.
Yeah, it's true. And you're right, and it makes sense because you're saying that, but you're not saying how.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? You're not saying how. Like,
you're saying that you're gonna go home comfortable, like you haven't served anything. Like, help me.
How? Yeah, how? You know what I mean? And sometimes we just need to see some shit. We need to, like, for example, my brethren just come out of jail is telling me about like the workshops they get in there. It's just all construction, boom, 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 boom. Enough man want to do music and I'm like, but then I'm like, they need to put the music industry need to do some stuff in there where they can show, man, that it's not just rappers and managers.
Right.
There's this role, there's that role, there's A&R, there's tour managers, because unless you see it, how are you gonna know that you can be it?
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? It's kind of like what we was talking about earlier on. It's like you see someone from down the road do it, it's different.
Yeah.
Or, oh shit, this is possible. But it's like we grew up and it's like rapper, trapper, drug dealer, murderer.
Or footballer.
Or
Footballer or
sports,
drugs, entertainment.
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
What I mean? Yeah.
Those are the only type of blackies we see on the, you know what I mean? You feel me? So that, in essence, that's God Save the Streets, you know what I mean? It's like, it's not speaking to the streets, it's also speaking for, where it's like, okay, cool, this is man's own personal growth, and actually making it at the end, the first thing you got to do is make it at the end in your head. Do you know what I mean?
I want to do a quick trivia with you,
Yeah, let's go.
Alright, cool. So it's either which one you prefer.
Yeah.
But I don't want you to hold back. Don't give me the same option and whatnot. Alright, cool. So starting with Heady One or K-Trap. Chapo, yeah? Alright, cool. Lyrically speaking, bar for bar, Little Sims or Dave?
Dave.
Okay. Again, lyrically speaking,
Sims.
yeah, Sims ice cold.
Yeah,
ice cold.
crazy.
You guys need to collab, man.
Dave.
No, you and Sims.
Sims. I know, you know what? Sims is like one of my earliest friends in life and music. We used to make we've been making songs with each other since we were like 13, 14, you know what I mean?
Raw.
Sims, that's my sis.
Typical one, Nas or Jay?
Jay. But
Jay?
Nas is my first ever favourite rapper, but Jay-Z's my favourite rapper of all time. Sims.
So, alright, cool. Let's keep it New York. Big L or Big Pun?
Ooh, Big L.
Big L? Yeah, I'd agree with that still.
Big L.
Alright, cool. North or East London, who's birthed the most stars? North.
I think so, but East is mad
East
as well though.
East
is mad.
got a big roster still.
East is mad.
Especially Grime.
Yeah, East is mad. East is mad. Ooh, East is mad.
That's what I'm saying. I'm surprised.
East is mad.
I can't lie.
I'm gonna say North, but East is mad. I could be wrong still, but I'm saying North.
Bro, I'm saying East. I'm not gonna lie. I'm saying East edges.
Is mad. Bro, when I started thinking about it, I was like, yo, hey.
Because when I say think about the Dizzies, do you know what I mean? The DWs.
East louder, innit?
And then you got the Husses.
Oh, East.
The Potters.
East is.
But then I'll be real, bro, Tottenham alone.
North.
Man can't chat to Tottenham alone, innit? I think only Brixton can chat to us, really. Let's go back to America, yeah. Let's do East Coast rap or down South trap?
East Coast rap.
Alright, Mobb Deep or Outkast?
Mobb Deep. Outkast, the legends though. Mobb Deep, 100%. I listen to, I'll go on my phone now and play Mobb Deep.
Benny the Butcher or Conway? The Machine.
Benny.
Oh, peak UK grime or peak drill?
I'm gonna say grime because the stars of grime made a big part of who man is today.
Yeah.
Like the self-belief and all of that. You know what I mean?
And it's an original genre from the UK.
Definitely, yeah. 100. I'm gonna say peak grime. Yeah, I hear that. It's fully original as well. Yeah, definitely.
Last one, yeah.
Peak.
Bar for bar, lyric for lyric, yeah. Wretch 3-2 or Avelino?
3-2. 3-2 to go.
3-2, yeah?
3-2 to go. 3-2.
Alright, cool. So, let's call it there, man. That's Avelino, the Block Report.
Come on, man. We're here. Block Report. Flash is still in the building. Let's go.